The North Carolina High School Athletic Association basketball championships are rolling here in the bold North State, and we're proud to be joined now by Zach MacArthur. He is the head coach of the number one seed McDowell Titans, 28-0 out of the 4A West. And coach, your team on Friday night making it to the third round of the 4A championships with a big 65-38 win over Alexander Central. That's a big rivalry in Western North Carolina. Congratulations to you and the Titans.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We played really well Friday night.
You sure did. Sophomore Chloe Joyner was determined to get hers, 17 points, leading three of your players in double figures. This is not just a one-woman show. You truly have a complete team there in the Titans uniforms.
Yeah, we really feel like it. We say this all the time, like it could be anybody's night. Chloe's a good player, but Kinsley, Kimora, Sage, Clara, it could be any of those on any given night. That's the one thing we really feel good about.
Let's talk about some of those players. Kimora Stewart, 15 points. Sage Young came in with 14. They made a combined 6 long-range shots, giving you that lethal inside-outside threat. I would think in this day and age of women's basketball, everybody is enamored with being the next Caitlin Clark. And is that something that you have to guard against, that they still realize that you can go inside and get points just as easily?
Yeah. I mean, you got to do both, but I do think in this day and age, especially, but the best girls basketball teams shoot it really well from the perimeter. Especially the top teams shoot a high percentage from three, and you do have to, you have to emphasize getting that thing in the paint first and foremost, and then if you can get it in the paint and get some paint touches, then you get kick out rhythm threes, and those are shots that we feel like we can make.
How do you work with your players to enhance their outside shooting ability?
It sounds crazy, it sounds simple, but we shoot those shots every single day. Like we practice those shots every single day, all year long, whether it's off-season work or practice in general. Every day we dedicate some time to shooting those threes.
Your team has now won 28 games here in the 2024-25 season. This third round appearance, where you'll play South Mech on Tuesday night, is your first in 11 years, the first of your tenure back as the head coach at McDowell. How much of that is really sinking in with the young ladies now that they're going into uncharted territory?
Yeah, I think they're really excited about it. Obviously, when we went into the year, we didn't exactly think we would win 28 straight. We thought we'd probably drop a game or two. Most coaches think that. The players are just having a ball. This team is way different than other teams that I've coached, and nothing really bothers them too much. They're just excited to play the game. So every game for them is just another opportunity to get after it and have fun playing basketball.
You've had a lot of success in your career as a head coach, both at Mitchell and now at McDowell. You've coached in the East-West All-Star game. What's been the secret to your success?
I just think I always say this about coaching in general, like you just got to love the kids and work your butt off. And if you do those two things, then everything's going to work out for you.
When did you know that this edition of McDowell Titans was going to be a special team?
I felt good about it the way we finished last year. And I knew we had all 5 starters coming back. And then this summer we played really well in June at some of those live events at Bermuda Run and some of those things. And I felt going in, I felt really good about the team. I said I didn't think we could win 28 straight, but I felt like we were going to have a pretty solid year.
Was there a defining moment at some point during this season where you felt like your team really started to click, maybe in a different gear than what they had previously accomplished?
Yeah, we played East Burke in our Christmas tournament championship. East Burke is, I think, we're their only loss of the season, and we played that game without Chloe Joyner. And we just stuck together and found a way to win that game through a lot of adversity. And I thought when that happened, the girls got extra tight and realized that they could do a little something special.
North Carolina now has all of the state championship games in one location, the Final Fours for 1A, 2A, 3A, and your 4A classification will be at the Lawrence Joel Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Winston-Salem. You're a week away from that, but as you look at that from the big picture, as a high school coach here in North Carolina, what does that unified location mean to the brand of North Carolina high school basketball, having all the championships take place at one location?
I just think that it's a special event. It's something that it makes it even bigger and better than it already was. There's a lot of excitement around that, regardless of what teams are playing in it. It's something everybody wants to be a part of or wants to go watch. And I just think it's made, like you said, it's increased the brand and drew more attention to our state championships.
Back in the fall, Hurricane Helene rocked Western North Carolina. I'm from Hickory, you're from Old Fort, so it's very personal to both of us. What kind of impact did that have on your young ladies as they were just starting to get ready for this season?
Man, it's had a significant impact. There was a moment there where obviously it was terrible, and there was a moment there where you don't know if you're going to get to play again. There was a week there where it was really really dicey, and we weren't really sure we'd be back, and we saw some horrific things, and a lot of people lost their homes, and I think in a lot of instances it was way worse than people really realize outside of Western North Carolina. I just think it's gave us an extra special. We've really put a lot of thought into what this means and how important this is, and how important it is for our community, what we've been able to do, and just gave them an opportunity to be together and just support us.
What would it mean to the McDowell High School community, your town there, to be able to bring that state championship back home from Winston-Salem?
Oh, it would mean a ton, but our community's so great. They support us no matter what. I always say there's no better place to watch high school girls basketball than McDowell High. We have a beautiful big gym, and they fill it up every night, and they support us win or lose through any adversity. That's the thing that's special about this community.
Any superstitions or game day rituals for the Titans?
Oh God, yeah. Well, at least me anyway. We always wear the same thing. We always eat in the same place.
Where do
I
you
did.
eat?
Well, we eat different things, but we eat in a certain classroom every single time together. And the girls thought last week we were going to mix it up a little bit, and they kind of freaked out and panicked. They're like, no, 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 we can't do that. I've kind of spread that onto them a little bit. So, oh yeah, there's plenty of that.
That's Zach MacArthur. He's the head coach of the McDowell Titans. They are 28-0, the top seed in the 4A West, as they head to the third round of the state championship tournament on Tuesday night against Charlotte South Mecklenburg Sabres. What do you know about South Meck? How are you trying to get ready and scout and prepare your Titans for that big matchup?
Man, they are a really good basketball team. Of course, it's that time of year. I told the girls on Friday where everybody we play now is going to be legit. They're a really good basketball team. They've got a significant inside out presence. They pressure full court, run and jump all the time. They're a good basketball team that's well coached. I mean, that's how it's going to be. It's going to be a slugfest, and whoever comes ready to play is going to end up being the winner.
Zach, we appreciate your time here on the North Carolina Sports Network. Good luck to you and the Titans. We look forward to keeping in touch with you throughout this state championship run.
Thank you. I appreciate it.